Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome each and every one of you to a new League of Legends video. So in this one, we're going to be taking a look at Vex, the Gloomist, the newest champion coming out to League of Legends, the abilities, some gameplay previews, all that good stuff. So if you enjoy, guys, please don't forget to hit that like button. It does help quite a bit. So let's just get right into it and start with the passive, Doom and Gloom. Double passive. So, Doom. Periodically, Vex becomes empowered by Doom, causing her next basic ability to interrupt dashes and fear enemies. Gloom. Whenever a nearby enemy dashes or blinks, they become marked with gloom. Vex's next basic attack, so not ability, but basic attack this time against a marked enemy, detonates the mark, dealing bonus damage and refunding part of Doom's cooldown. So she has an empowered version of her basic attack and her abilities as well, all that apply on champions, and essentially interrupts dashes and also fears them, which is really, really cool. Moving on to her Q ability, Mistral Bolt. Vex launches a wave forward, dealing magic damage to enemies it passes through. After a short delay, the wave accelerates but has reduced width. Mistral Bolt detonates gloom on any marked enemies it hits. So nice, basic kind of bread and butter, just harass ability that you just throw out, Q, right? And of course also procs your gloom, which is great. And this is the only way to proc gloom. Other than that, of course, don't forget, it is with your next basic attack, but your Q will have a special effect of being able to proc gloom on anybody that it hits, which is pretty cool. W, personal space. Vex gains a shield and emits a shockwave, dealing magic damage to enemies around her. So that's pretty cool. Curious how big the shield is and if it scales off of AP. I mean, it probably does, but anyway, so you get a shield, does magic damage around an AoE around her, and personal space then detonates a gloom on any marked enemies it hits. Again, don't forget gloom being this one right here that interrupts, whenever they dash or blink, or just, does basic damage, increased damage on your basic auto attack, which of course synergizes with your W. E, Looming Darkness. Shadow flies to, shadow by the way is literally the shadow that follows behind you, flies to a location increasing in size as it travels. On arriving, which is actually pretty cool how it increases in size as it travels. On arriving, Shadow deals magic damage, slows, and also marks enemies' hits with gloom, which again, don't forget, you can of course use it to proc and whatnot, which is pretty cool. And then her ultimate, which is really sick. Shadow, again, literally the shadow behind you, flies forward, marking and dealing magic damage to the first enemy champion hits. Vex can then recast this ultimate to have Shadow pull her to the marked target, dealing additional magic damage. And if the marked target dies within a short time of taking damage from Shadow's Surge, Vex can recast Shadow's Surge again within a few seconds. So you can just keep dashing between all the enemy champions, constantly dashing, doing a bunch of damage, combining it maybe with your W as well. Honestly, it could be a pretty sick combo. And yeah, and a lot of really cool synergies with your passive. So her passive seems really important because a lot of abilities and auto attacks even do synergize with your overall passive, which is really, really good. Constantly, fears or stops dashes and things like that, which is also really cool. So apparently the build is going to be Arcane Comet that you want to run for your Keystone with Luden's Echo as your main item, followed by Horizon Focus, which could work really well with your ultimate, by the way, and your E. So Void Staff for Abaddon's pretty basic stuff, and that's of course going to be the Dawnbringer Vex, which looks damn sick. So that's going to be the abilities. Now let's take a look at her actual, the actual abilities themselves in action. So let's take a look at the passive first. See what it looks like. Ooh, that is some 10 out of 10 quality, I must say. So this is the passive. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, right? Constantly like proccing the passive right there, all those abilities there. That's the Q, of course, proccing gloom, I think it is, which also feared them. That's the W, I think that was proccing gloom and stuff. Again, pretty much her abilities and auto attacks can proc her passive, right? Which is essentially what they were showing there. Let's take a look at the Q. Oh, that's a picture. Oopsies. Let's take a look at the Q here. Let's make that a little bit bigger, better, so better quality, right? So the Q, pretty basic ability, nothing too crazy with it, of course. Just throws a nice little thing, but you can see it moves a lot faster near the end there, which is cool. But yeah, a lot of nice, damage, just big AoE, just your bread and butter type ability. You just kind of spam in lane for harass, team fights, whatever, CS even, push the wave, all that kind of good stuff. Let's check out the W. This is, of course, going to be the shield, which, of course, also works with your passive, don't forget. Right, pretty cool. Right, nice little so it's pretty instant actually, the shield. So the damage that comes out, so you get the shield, but the damage is instant. It's not like, after or anything like that. It's just, yeah, the damage comes out instantly like that right there, really, really fast. And then you kind of maintain the shield, it seems like, for a little bit over there. Then of course we have her E ability, which is going to be right here. Let's go ahead and pause it very quickly, increase the quality, and let's check it out. Ooh, that looks really cool. I want to see it longer. Did they show it longer? No, they don't. Damn. So you can see that she throws the shadow. So you can see the shadow behind her literally leaves. Like, watch this. Look at this. Boom. You see the shadow like pieces. Looks really cool. And then it flies into this area. And again, the farther it goes, the bigger it becomes. And it does nice damage. Great way to harass as well. I think it slows as well, which combines with your Q, right? So you throw that, slow them. Nice way to land it. Probably good distance and range on it. Followed by the Q for kind of guaranteed follow-up damage and harass, which is really, really cool. Which also you can combine to launch your ultimate a little bit easier, right? Because of the slow. But speaking of the ultimate, let's check it out. Only a 5-second video, really. Ooh, oh yeah, and then you can dash. Ooh, damn, that's gonna be really fun to use. Damn, that looks really cool. Let's take one more look at this. Look at this. Oh, and then, oh, just dash right on top of them. So yeah, that's how you can get like a lot of the big combos. Again, so what you can do is you can, you can land your E ability, it'll slow, land your ultimates, follow up on them with the ultimate as you dash into the W that does instant damage into like an auto Q or something like that, right? And you can get a lot of damage going like that. And again, if they die, well, you can pretty much rinse and repeat because your ultimate will essentially reset its cooldown, which is also, of course, really, really cool. So that's pretty sick, right? So we have that right there. We have some Vex icons over here for her abilities and whatnot, right? Her ultimate, her W, her second W. Right, so you have all her abilities here, which look really cool as well. And then what else do we have? We have the watermark clips. This is gonna be some clips of her doing some stuff in the lane phase, team fights. Let's take a look at these really quickly. Let's increase this a little bit. All right, very quickly. Okay, well, this is pretty long. I want to look at like a very quick pentacle. How about this? Maybe I just want to see like a quick gameplay snippet. Here we go. Perfect. Let's take a look at this. See what this looks like. Okay, nice little combo there. Uses the ultimate to dash on, ultimate reset, fires it off one more time, landed it on the Mundo, looks to follow up, or whoever should land it, Lee Sin actually instead, follows it up, and then again, the ultimate resets. You have a long time to recast it, uses it on the Mundo there, follows it up into the Alistair, and follows it up again, just constantly spamming the ultimate like, over and over and over, which is a decent example of what I was saying, right? So overall, the combo looked to be, as they were grouped up, I mean, this had to be coordinated, maybe not. What did she do? Let's see. So she throws her Q first. Right, the Q and the E. Actually, she combined the E and the Q together. Nice damage. Follow with the ultimate into the W. Yeah, she followed with the ult into the W, and now is just spamming her abilities. The Q cooldown seems to be fairly short. It's like maybe a 4 or 5 second cooldown so far with her abilities here, or the cooldown here. And you kind of just spam it. You kind of just spam that thing, and you can see the ultimate just constantly always resetting and everything like that. So yeah, there you guys have it. That's kind of the more or less the rundown of Vex's abilities and a quick gameplay preview of that as well. So let me know what you guys think about it down below. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button. I will have a gameplay, of course, of me playing her on the PPE server out hopefully soon for you guys. So I'll see you guys then, of course. But until then, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.